Hi folks, how you doing? Happy Sunday. I'm in the church that's always open, and today I get to really practice my theme because it's what is surrender, and I had to move my spot. A really excellent deck is being finished by my neighbor, and we have a couple of birds squawking, so we're going to surrender to the moment right now. But it's great to see you all. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're getting through and that the fall schedule is going well for you all. You're finding some balance. I hope the kids are enjoying some of the balance of their schooling, either being virtual or being with some of their friends, seeing some of their friends. Yeah, we're all in a state of surrendering for certain because things are so different. But what is surrender? You know, we hear about this all the time, and I have to say, I struggle with it. You know, a friend of mine loaned me 13 CDs, and I listened to them all, and at the end I thought I could just start right away again. But I've been thinking about it because it has been an opportunity for sure during COVID, because there's been no choice but to surrender. And then I thought, but what am I surrendering? I'm surrendering when I'm thinking about the future. And can I really know what the future is if I'm in a present that has so many different variables? So I thought, well, maybe I surrender that I don't have to wonder about the future right now because of those variables. I can stay more in this moment. And then I remembered some of the things I learned on those CDs, and it was about being in a moment, like taking a breath and being in that moment, and realizing as I'm breathing in, gee, I wasn't in the moment before that. And I think that's really challenging. I know that can be challenging for me because I can get in my head and it can rattle forward. So I wrote a poem about surrender, and I'd like to read it and then talk a little bit about it. Before I do that poem, I'd like to show this picture. Again, I had to surrender because my printer went a little haywire. But what it is, it's a picture. And I got it off the internet if anyone knows whose it is. But it's a picture of a rainbow and a tornado, all being used with the same prismatic colors that are always available to us. And I thought, that's fascinating. This is really what comes down to choice. If all the light is available, everything that could be possible is available, and it can either make a tornado or a rainbow. Well, that comes down to our choice. And sometimes maybe in helping us choose, we surrender to not wondering about what is or trying to reclaim the past, but coming right into this now moment. So here it is. What is surrender? What is letting go? I pretend and I practice, but I really don't know. If my heart knew truly all that was true, would I cry a tear? Would I ever miss you? Wouldn't I dance at each blessed beat, feeling the groove of God in my feet? Wouldn't I look at each baby born and see an ambassador from the spirit shore? Wouldn't I savor each note that I sing and feeling eternity as a chord rings? Yet here it is, my great divide, disturbing distractions till I go inside. When I went there, all of nature came clear. Bliss with the wind, animal friends draw near. An eagle flies by, the hawk takes a drink. My waterfall flows, it's their kitchen sink. I call to my buddy, he's a smiling goat. I tip my hawk, I sing to my hawk, whose wings tip up and back. These things I see, they feel undeniably true. A symphony in a sunset. Can you hear the hue? But now back to surrender. Still I'm unclear. How does it work with duplicitous fear? How do we humans all get back home when few tell the truth about what's going on? How can I be my brother's keeper if he drives right by year after year? How do I show love within a boundary wall that had to be built to stop human freefall? Inside my land's music and love from my wild friends, I am content inside God's hands. Yet still, out in the illusion, what will I seek? To suit my ego or the heaven's gate? Will I bridge with some music or will I get irate? But I'm fed up with us humans. We won't tell the truth. We hide in our words. We drown in vermouth. We speak of united if we're today's right race, but we pretend compassion while we're fleecing this place. How about this? I'll surrender mine. And I'll look right for this moment, right into your eyes. I'll look till all's gone, but that bright pilot light that we've all got turned on in the spark of eye light. I'll look till I see not you and not me. I'll look till I remember eternity. Maybe then I'll put down my defense. I'll see it's not needed with love as a fence. I'll see a new family remembered, one of my own, one to be treasured. Maybe then I might remember what hawk and eagle tried to share, that it's my softness to them that allowed them to care. They clearly left a gift for me, what I want from the world, I've just got to be. It was a cool eagle picture of showing our own reflections. So I'd like to talk about this today a little bit, about surrender and what is it. And for me, it's to try to go back to kindness. You know, to surrender when I feel an edge, to surrender when I feel unforgiving, to surrender, you know, back to kindness, maybe even back to a gratitude, back to just a breath. Because if I'm really up, if we all can get up and feel upset, just those breaths of like, I'm having a moment right now. You know, when we come back to ourselves, when we don't abandon ourselves, I think we feel less abandoned. And I love that idea. I love that idea. Because sometimes I think, especially now, we can all feel a little abandoned. Abandoned that things aren't regular anymore. Abandoned that school is weird. Abandoned that fall is weird. Abandoned that we don't recognize the future. Abandoned that it's weird to plan 5 years from now. But if I take a breath right now and be in something that I do enjoy, or be in a choice that I could choose, that maybe I could surrender, not doom scrolling, you know, but surrender into something maybe a little bit better, and just take that moment to refresh. Because I'm really feeling, folks, that really what we have are moments, building upon moments, building upon other moments. I'm thinking that's what we have. And maybe that's the true block of surrender. Like, in my moment, am I going to surrender my tornado of light and pick up something that feels more copacetic, something that feels more doable? Like, even if we wake up every morning and school is weird and things are weird and working at home is weird, but what are the things that we can surrender to that are good inside that? Like, I love spending a little more time at home. I really, really love that. I have one day of virtual music practice in my home studio, and I find I love it. I love my tiny theater, but I love being home too. It's been refreshing. It's been able to catch up a little bit. And so I've loved that. And I had to surrender that that's different. I have to surrender that I don't know what's going to happen in the year. My husband's phase 4. Many of my friends are phase 4. You know, so we have to surrender day by day to what might be happening. But what do we have now? What do we have now? And I think we have each other. I think we have being outside in nature. I think we have all of the gifts that are ours. And maybe there are hobbies that we haven't done for a while that maybe not will only just lift our hearts, but can help each other. And we can share things together, you know. Maybe bartering comes back, you know, and maybe inside that bartering, we have a really excellent time. I mean, my husband and I are bartering for cuts and colors, and it's great. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. So these are things that we can do. And yeah, on the days that it's like, this is just too weird, then we surrender to that. Like, this is it. This is too weird. And I've got to catch a breath and say, this is kind of weird today, you know, and give ourselves that moment too. because it is, listen, it's kind of weird. I mean, instead of singing at church, which I did forever since I was 16, I'm hanging out in my yard and I'm really enjoying talking together. This has felt like church, just to connect, with my buddies and myself and share ideas. But anyway, I'm just going to pause now and say I hope you're having a wonderful day, and that inside the surrender we find excellent things that will lift us up, that can help us feel, better. And in that surrender of the old ways, which maybe they were not so fun for us, in that surrender we find something new to pick up, to bring us joy, to bring us peace, to bring us prosperity, and to bring us back to just feeling, that things can be good. That while things might change, we can choose and surrender and use our mastermind to recreate anything that we would want to keep from the old ways into the way we wish to express ourselves now. Let's take that time to bear that harvest and to surrender into what today's moment has. In a breath, in a friend, in a nice moment, in a chance just to rejoice, and in a little song to take us out. Have a great week, you guys. Take care. Take care, folks. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you soon. I'll be talking more tomorrow in my Mastermind series on Mondays. That's going to be more practical ways for us to practice Mastermind day after day. I'll meet you on Mondays for Mastermind, but thank you for today. Have a wonderful day, and thank you for joining me. Thank you. Take care.